What's going on, people? How's everyone doing? Been a beautiful weekend, haven't it? Gotta be fair. Beautiful week, actually. I think the summer's on its way. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. Got a couple of things I wanna state. Before I do that, I just wanna say a massive thank you to everyone who tuned into the podcast I just put out on the Central Club. It was my Mrs. Clara interviewing me. The reason I told my story at this time was because it's the year anniversary of the podcast, and I've done a few other podcasts that haven't really asked me the right questions and haven't really hit the full potential I think it should. And I'll probably, I still got loads to talk about. I've got many stories, but the crux of it I wanted on the Central Club, and we done that today. And you had Liverpool Everton playing. The weather was lovely. It was 5 o'clock and we had over 100 people in the chat, which is fantastic. Like, I'm not a celebrity like some of the other guests I interview. I don't have a massive following. So for you guys to sit and watch that is unbelievable. So thank you very much. You okay? I've got a couple of things I want to just address. The first thing I want to address is, I have to take this kid for a walk on the garden, sorry. The first thing I want to address, what you want, mate, is Decca Heggie, okay? So I've had a lot of people, what you want, crisps? Some crisps? Yeah? Chippies? Here we go. You are? Sorry guys. So the first thing I want to address is the Decca Heggie situation. So, if none of you know, a lot of people, I've had a lot of people message me because Decca Heggie's put up a live schedule with me. So the reason that's happened is because I put up Decca's interview back up. The reason I put Decca's interview back up is we're a podcast, we're a channel, we're a platform. We're not on sides, we're not picking sides, we're trying not to be biased, okay? I interviewed Decca before the Danny Christie fight, before the trolling campaign got really heavy. Obviously there was certain things about like the slapping the girl's bum and stuff, which we talked about on the podcast, but nothing really heavy came out, and we didn't interview him for that. We interviewed him about his bare knuckle fighting, his mental health and his podcast. What people seem to forget is that we live in an age now, Netflix is massive, YouTube's massive, Amazon's massive, where people watch, these true crime podcasts or channels, you could say. My missus fucking loves them. She watches them all fucking day. These people who, like, these serial killers, these rapists, these paedophiles, these deranged people. Now, the people who are interviewing these killers and psychopaths, they're actually respected and credited for their, they're not targeted like someone on YouTube would be. What I'm saying is, Trevor McDonald, Piers Morgan, Louis Theroux, these people interview psychopaths, actual people who are convicted, they're in jail, yeah? Now, I interviewed Decca, and okay, he might have plenty of allegations, he might have patterns, I don't know. But because I've interviewed Decca, people seem to think that I'm not allowed and take it down. Let me tell you something, just because I interview someone, it doesn't mean they're my friend, with all due respect. I'm a podcaster trying to draw information. I'm A, drawing information from B to pass it to C, and that's all it was, all right? So I'm not having people dictate that. If the allegations came out before we interviewed him, would we have put him on the Central Club? I don't know. I really don't know. But if we did, rest assured the questions would have been different, okay? So I looked back and I thought, you know what? I'm not even big, yeah? I'm trying to start off. It costs quite a lot of money for each person I interview, especially if they come down from another place, like Decca, Carlisle, Scotland. Costs money for train, a place to stay, and to run the actual podcast. Remember, I'm not filming someone on a mobile phone. I'm paying cameramen to edit with 3 different professional cameras, a sound guy. I'm paying people to edit, yeah? Now, that's a loss when, like I don't make money anyway. I don't care about money. But when just it's burning through your pocket and, people want to threaten you to taking your content down, because of it. It's ridiculous. So it was a weak move for me in the first place to take it down. But not just that, like, who the fuck are you to tell me to take my content down? You know, I realised I don't care about subscribers like that. I'm not caring. If you want to unsubscribe to me because I interviewed one person who you might not like, then you're not worth a subscription to the Central Club anyway. Now, I won't say all this on the Central Club, but I'm saying it on my personal one, so if the right people want to see this, they will. But so I put the episode back up with another one, and I'll get on to the second one in a minute. There's been 2 of them I was threatened to take down. So I put it back up. And it's only YouTube as well. It's only the YouTubers, Decca, you know, Darren, Uncle K, Fighting Trolls. They're the 4 I've done from YouTube. They're the only ones I ever had problem with. I never had problems with Uncle K, but people tried telling me to take that down as well. Anyone else in the real world, people, murderers who I've had on, police officers, informants, these people I've interviewed, no one's complained there. It's just the YouTube community. It's crazy. So I made a conscious decision to put it back up because although these people are threatening people, take it down, Decca Heggie, take it down, he's a nonce, you're a nonce for interviewing him, all that shit. They're the same people who are making channels off the back of Decca Heggie. These people have actually built platforms off him. And these are the same people telling me to take mine down. And these people are actually making money off it. I don't want to make money. I'm trying to make content to eventually build up a platform where I can make money to put back into it. There's no money motive with me whatsoever. I've got a full-time job. A lot of these people, their only thing is YouTube. I'm not just on YouTube. With the Central Club, I'm on many platforms. And then I work as well. You know, this is a hobby to me. So I shouldn't really care about what certain people think because I know deep down I'm a good person. I've got a family, you know. I'm against any seedy shit. But I can still interview people, yeah? So I put Decca's back up, all right? I put it back up. Because I put it back up, he started saying, oh, will you come on a live with me? Will you come on a live with me? Now listen, I'm only going on a live with Decca, yeah? Because, now if it was for views and clout, I'd have him on my own channel. I would have him on my own channel. But I'm going to go on there and I'm just going to let people know, because I know a lot of the people who threatened me, not threatened me, but told me, like, listen, take it down, or you're this or you're that. They will be watching Decca's channel and I want them to get the message. I'm putting it up. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me carry on with my stuff. If you don't like the content, if you don't like Decca's, but you like my others, just don't watch Decca's. These people are saying I'm promoting Decca Heggie, but they're the ones who are talking about him every day. I'll just put an interview up and I'll leave it. That's it. If you want to watch it, stay. I don't talk about him. But this has been made a big deal. So I'm going to go on there and I'm just going to send a message to the people because my platform ain't big enough for it. I'm going to tell them, don't worry. Don't worry about what I'm putting up. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's as simple as that. I'm staying neutral, you know. It is what it is. And then I'm also going to ask him a couple of questions. I have a couple of questions for him. You know, and I'm just going to ask him, because if I knew the stuff that these people are saying, these allegations, I would have definitely asked him. So I'm just going to ask him them questions as well. So I'm not on Decca Heggie's side whatsoever, but I'm not on this trolling side either. I interviewed 3 or 4 people I've interviewed who have actually been sentenced by the government. They've done time. One of them done 12 years, one of them done 3, one of them done 2 years on remand. One of them was tortured in Saudi Arabia for car bombings he did not do. So if I'm going to give them a chance on wrongful convictions, I'm not just going to, you know, target Decca from what people are saying he might have done, even though we haven't been convicted. Now, yes, he might have a pattern, this pattern of, you know, behaviour, no further actions. That's got nothing to do with me. And he has not been arrested for it. If he wants, what he does, whatever. All I have done is, all I'm arguing here is the fact I interviewed someone and people are telling me to take my content down because of allegations. I think it's bullshit. People interview psychopaths. People interview killers on a day-to-day basis. I had someone on my own podcast admit to murdering someone. No one blinks an eyelid. No one blinks an eyelid. So that's what I'm going on there for, all right? Secondly, Sean Atwood, yeah? The only man I know who's renowned for taking down people's videos. I've got 7,000 subscribers. I haven't even got 7,000 subscribers. I'm just starting off. I'm not trying to get involved in any negative shit. I'm trying to be positive. I'm just trying to interview people and move on to the next, okay? and he's taken down he's taken down my first ever video has been taken down, and the video is to do with Sean Atwood. It's not targeting Sean Atwood, but it's to do with him. His face was on the thumbnail because he was mentioned in it, and the content was fighting trolls, another person whose video I was told to take down, and I didn't take it down until something happened where he tried calling me out because I stopped going on his channel. Now, the reason I stopped going on his channel was because I only went on there in the first place to get to know him for when I interviewed him. You know, I work full time. I've got this podcast. I've got a family and kids, and I'm in recovery. I ain't got time to sit on the snake pit every night, and it is negative. It was draining me. So because I stopped going on there, he wanted to put out this live chat saying, Colin Mace, I invite you to the Central Club, to the Snake Pit. But the reason why it pissed me off is because he done Flying Monk, Uncle K, John Smith, and Colin Mace, putting me in a basket of like a troll who's trolling him and who's out to get him. And I thought that was muggy as fuck because I reached out to him many times via inboxes, messages, telling him, listen, mate, let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. I even used to still, like, even though I didn't go on the Snake Pit anymore, I used to still message him and stuff and say, I hope you're okay, and so I put that back up eventually, his video, because I thought, listen, whatever happened, this is content I've made in the past. Why should I take it down? I don't want to be one of those weasels who, I'm taking your episode down now because we don't talk. I don't want any of that shit, so I put it back up. And I put a clip up the other day because it was in the library in my content file, just sitting there, and it's content I could put out. And it was Fighting Trolls' opinion on YouTubers. And the reason I put it on there because it just shows exactly what YouTube is about and how sheepish people are and how easily they're swayed. It was only just before Christmas he come on, a couple of months ago, slating Sean Atwood, slating a few other people, bigging up Decca, bigging up Uncle K, yeah? So I put on there Fighting Trolls' real opinions on these YouTubers, and it got taken down. Fucking crazy. Listen, Sean, yeah, you've got over 600,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've got under 7,000 subscribers. You go on to people like you're this gangster, you was a gangster. You interview gangsters. You interview like people who are against snitching and all this type of shit, yeah? Let's not forget, podcasting, interviewing is telling stories and telling stories about other people, yeah? You don't see any of them people who you mention and I hear you a lot of times, I won't say no names, but you say, what do you think of this person? What do you think of that person? To your guests. That's all I've done. And it's not even like when Fighting Trolls talked about you, it's not even like he was saying something you done, like it was fact, or, you know, he was telling the masses this is what it is. It was his opinion. And you've put it down for defamation. The reason why I think it's you is because you're renowned of it. It's the first ever time I've done a video about you and this, or you've been involved in it, and it's been taken down. So, look, I think a lot of people know that I'm not into negativity at all, you know. I know the thing you can't do in this life is keep everyone happy. I've tried it, it don't work. So I thought I'd have to come out here and just tell you my piece instead of just ignoring it, yeah. I should just not even give it the time of day, but I thought I'm going to just say my piece on this. That's the reason why I've put Decca's up, all right? That's the reason why I'm going to go on that live and say it to everyone and let people know, you know, I'm not following Decca, I don't back Decca, and I'm not team Decca at all. But I should be able to keep my content up if I want to and not have dickheads tell me. This is crazy. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, you guys are sat with a phone, just uploading things, walking around, so it's easy for you to take down content. It's not for me, mate. You know, it costs money for what we're doing. So, that's it. Anyway, guys, I love you all. You know I do. Go check out my podcast now on the Central Club, my story, year anniversary. Let me know what you think. I'm going on a couple of channels in the next couple of weeks just to, you know, tell people my story and what I'm trying to do, and we're taking it to the next level. Also, we're taking Central Club on the roads now in a couple of weeks' time, our first ever podcast, not in the studio, and I'm very excited with the guests we got. So, yeah, stay safe, stay positive, and stay central.